phone to the computer screen, and with a tap of two phones, the videos they are playing instantly swap. One of these gestures is called Air Gesture Share, which is HarmonyOS's signature sharing mechanism. But in a world where we are all used to sharing via Bluetooth or WeChat, is there really a need to build a whole new sharing system from the ground up, right at the operating system level? With that question in mind, I spent a whole day at the 2026 HDD HarmonyOS Innovation Forum in Guangzhou.
So could you use this gesture to set up two tablets on either side and have two people play against each other virtually, like a remote game?
This offline forum featured 5 presentations and hands-on CODELABS, attracting developers from all sorts of industries. During the forum's presentations, a technical expert introduced a core concept, the omni-scenario innovation experience. You see, Huawei started out in the communications business, so HarmonyOS's value is not found in any single device, but in the connections between them. The more connected, stable, and efficient the system is, the greater the value HarmonyOS delivers. The cornerstone of HarmonyOS's vision is its microkernel architecture. If you think of the kernels in typical mobile operating systems as large corporations, then HarmonyOS's microkernel is like a lean, agile startup. Tasks like handling the screen, camera, and speakers all outsourced. So how can it compete with the big companies in terms of efficiency? Well, it has to put a ton of effort into optimizing how it communicates with those external parties. In other words, optimizing the efficiency of IPC or inter-process communication. And communication just so happens to be Huawei's strong suit. Once they perfected this collaboration model, the benefits went far beyond just outsourcing. After all, it is all about communicating with external parties. So when you are dealing with other companies, you can apply that same logic. So HarmonyOS introduced something called a distributed soft bus. This allows the capabilities of different devices to be freely invoked and shared among them, enabling them to collaborate as if they were a single unified machine. So the microkernel breaks down the capabilities of a single device, while the soft bus links the capabilities of different devices together, bringing it all to life. These tangible features include the two sharing methods we saw. At the very beginning, one is called tap to share, and the other is air gesture share. One hop lets you transfer data by physically touching two devices together. Before, if you wanted to share something, you had to tap the share button, pick an app, find your contact, and then send it. But with HarmonyOS's new mechanism, you just tap two phones together, or touch your phone to a computer screen, and the connection is established automatically. A visual wormhole zone opens up at the top of the phone. The picture, video, or link you want to share turns into a card and flies right through the wormhole. The Air Gesture Share is designed with the same intuitive goal in mind. The core interaction is a simple gesture, grab and drop. You make a fist in front of the source device to grab the content, then open your hand in front of the target device to release it, and the system takes care of the rest. I mean, the technology sounds advanced for sure, but let us be real. Are not these two sharing methods just different ways to trigger the same thing? But it just seemed faster, that is all. However, after hearing the next case study, it all clicked for me. From WeChat to Bluetooth, and now to HarmonyOS, the sharing process has definitely gotten simpler. But the real game changer is not just about fewer steps. Think about it. What does Bluetooth send files? And what does WeChat send? They are still just static files. But with tap to share and air gesture share, you are not just sending files anymore. The tech lead for Sohu News was on stage sharing their work, and you can really tell the big players bring their A game. It won first prize in the HarmonyOS Innovation Contest, has over 2 million downloads on the App Store, and is ranked 6th in the news category. After his talk, I grabbed him for a quick chat.
If we were to just port our features over, I feel like that would be a waste of the operating system's capabilities. So when we were developing, we completely re-architected our app around these capabilities. As for Air Gesture Share, I think its greatest significance is that it breaks down the boundaries between devices, allowing content to flow seamlessly across them. For example, when you are browsing the news on your phone, you can seamlessly switch the content over to your pad, PC, or smart screen to pick up right where you left off. Now, for one hop, it is highly social, incredibly easy to connect, and super convenient for users. The whole interaction just feels so intuitive and ceremonial. Users prefer this method for sharing things like articles, videos, pictures, and even files.
After our chat, I had to try it out for myself right there on the spot. I opened a long article on Sohu News on my phone, then tapped my forehead against another phone, and boom, a wormhole ripped open, a card flew over, and Sohu News just popped up. And the page lands on the exact same article. Switch to another article, and boom, it lands perfectly. The two devices connect seamlessly. And it is the same with Air Gesture Share, just grab and drop. And the news is on the other phone. It is pure magic. But what truly showcases its power is the immense effort HarmonyOS has invested in its infrastructure, making this feature easy to integrate and ready to use out of the box in any app. And the two-person team I am about to introduce is a perfect example of this. MetaCosmos, an app that is just over 20 megabytes, recreates the entire 93 billion light-year observable universe right on your phone. Just two people developing in their spare time won the grand prize of 500,000 yuan in the HarmonyOS Innovation Contest. After its launch, it received a 4.8 star rating, and just 3 weeks after the competition, its monthly active users skyrocketed by 87 times. The developer who came to speak at the forum is Sun Chenyan, whose online handle is Lao Caimiao. He started out at an art school, then went pro in esports ranking in the top 100 in the country on the DOTA ladder. After retiring, he switched careers and spent a decade developing game engines, later joining a major tech company. Since 2023, he has competed in the HarmonyOS Innovation Contest for 3 years straight, climbing the ranks from an Excellence Award all the way to the grand prize. His journey has taken him from art to esports to programming, and now to the cosmos of astronomy. The HarmonyOS ecosystem gives those who think outside the box a stage to shine. So I just had to ask him, why would an astronomy app even care about sharing?
Well, the core of it is that we discovered two things when we were using the app ourselves. First, people wanted a better way to see the details. On a small screen, say 6 or 7 inches, you just cannot see that much detail. So how do I get those details onto a bigger screen? The second point is sharing. We were working with some schools and teachers, and the question was, how could they share the astronomical information they found with their students? And how can students share those aha moments with their classmates? So we really dug deep into this, focusing on the edutainment aspect of the requirement.
So I asked them a key question. With just the two of you developing, can you really handle the workload of adding all these sharing features?
What I find really interesting is that Huawei has done a great job of leveling the playing field with technology, and they have made a lot of the features we wanted to use readily available. Features like near-field transfer, including our tap-to-share and AirShare, are all built directly into the system's core capabilities. With just 3 to 5 lines of code, we can integrate these capabilities into our app in about 10 minutes. We do not even need to tap, just a simple gesture of grabbing and dropping. And just like that, we can transfer data between 2 planets or between 2 apps as a product manager and as a seasoned operations expert. I find that pretty interesting.
With the time they saved, they were able to create even more cool features, like on-device audio guides. Before, they had to connect to the cloud for TTS, and that cost them money every single time. So Metacosmos just uses the HarmonyOS on-device TTS engine. It synthesizes the audio locally, completely free of charge. Plus, astronomical observation often happens outdoors where there's no signal. So now you do not even need an internet connection. With their core needs met, they also built a planet agent on top of the Xiaoyi agent open framework. If you see a planet and want to know more, you can just ask the AI directly. At night, when you pick up your phone, a stargazing card will pop up on your desktop, showing you which stars are visible tonight. With a single tap, you are instantly launched into a 3D universe. The desktop card prompts you to look up, and within the app, you can explore immersively as the AI agent guides you deeper. And just like that, an astronomy app feels like it is right there with you. These two examples, Sohu News and Metacosmos, really show what it means to share the state, not just the file. Under the hood, all of this is powered by HarmonyOS's Share Kit. This thing completely redefines what sharing means. Before, sharing meant sending a file. Now, sharing just means sharing. The entire scene is shared with a simple tap for the Sohu News system. What is being sent is the Sohu News app plus the current article, the entire state of the app. The handoff from Metastar packs up the Metastar app plus the current planet. When the receiving device gets it, it instantly restores the exact scene. But wait, you might say, have not we seen this kind of thing in other ecosystems? Well, HarmonyOS's real edge lies in its next move. So, what if the other device does not have the same app installed? So, I picked a book in the Read app, grabbed another phone that did not have it installed, gave it a tap, and boom, the other phone went straight to the download page in the App Store. After it is installed and opened, it jumps straight to the book I shared. No searching required. This is all powered by HarmonyOS's app linking and its deferred linking technology. If the app is not installed, the system will take you to the App Store. And once it is installed, the app will remember exactly where you want it to go. So the first time you open it, you go straight to the original content. And even if the developer has not set up a link to the App Store, it will fall back to a web version. This covers all 3 scenarios, ensuring a seamless sharing experience. By reshaping the app ecosystem, HarmonyOS opens up more opportunities for developers. In the past, when we wanted to share something, our content often had to go through various super apps. This meant that developers' customer acquisition funnel was controlled by third parties. But with Tap to Share, the path is shortened to device. System app, with no third parties in between. So, what HarmonyOS has done is build a direct high-speed highway for developers, right at the system level, bypassing those super apps and letting them cut out the middleman. Every tap is a new user at 0 cost. But hey, talk is cheap. Show me the code. So at the Code Lab session this afternoon, I dove right in and started coding. Lao Cai Miao was not kidding. Integrating OneHop is actually super simple. You just import the Share Kit module, register a Knock Share listener, define the content format, and you are done. Besides links, OneHop also supports images and videos, and when you share, it even generates different card styles for each. Sending a picture gives it a picture style card, and a link gets a link style card. There are 5 templates in total, and the system automatically picks the right one. So after that, I tried out Air Gesture Share. The logic is pretty much the same. You just swap out Knock Share for Gesture Share. But gesture recognition itself is a complex computer vision task. So, is HarmonyOS's recognition system robust enough? I put it to the test right there on the spot. I grabbed and released the air 10 times in a row, and every single attempt was a success. Then, I deliberately made a fist with nothing in it, tilted my hand, and tried another 10 times. It still passed every single time. While I was testing it, I got this weird, tangible feeling. It honestly felt like I was holding a piece of data in my hand. The moment you let go, the content just flies to the other screen. It feels like you have just learned magic. After that, I went around and randomly grabbed a few friends at the forum to chat with. One of the developers really nailed it. He said that after integrating Air Gesture Share, it felt like virtual objects had a physical presence. It is like you are actually grabbing something and tossing it to someone. Another guy also felt that this intuitive human-computer interaction, with features like Tap to Share and Air Gesture Share, is truly one of a kind in the world of mobile operating systems. And the community's imagination just ran wild, coming up with all sorts of social gameplay ideas. One developer suggested using this mechanism to create a tabletop game. For instance, when playing Werewolf, you would not need any physical cards. Just tap your phones, and the character card is secretly passed over, known only to you. It is both convenient and adds a special sense of ceremony. Another student developer came up with ideas like a cyber dice roll and a digital version of Pass the Parcel. Imagine you are at a party, you send a link through the air, and boom, a random explosion effect goes off. The loser has to play truth or dare. And there was even this one absolutely brilliant idea for an interactive game. The first guy I talked to mentioned that you could use the grab and throw gestures from Air Gesture Share. You could set up 2 tablets on opposite sides of the room, and 2 people could literally play basketball by tossing it back and forth through the air. So, after a long day, I have finally got some clarity on that initial question. Are Tap to Share and Air Gesture Share actually reliable and meaningful? The answer is a resounding yes. Just look at the evolution of human communication. In the very beginning, we lit signal fires. Later, we relied on slow-moving carriages and penned letters by hand. Those ancient ways of sharing, while inefficient, had a tangible physical presence, a certain emotional depth. Then came the internet, and sharing became just a network cable, a string of radio waves. Sure, it is more efficient, but we have grown more distant. You are sitting face-to-face with someone, having a meal, and you want to share a funny video. Your first instinct is to just look down, tap on your screen, and send a link over a social app. Speed is no longer the bottleneck. So where can technology go from here? Well, seeing the creative things developers are doing with HarmonyOS, it finally clicked for me. What Tap2Share and Air Gesture Share are trying to do, they are not even in the same league. What HarmonyOS is trying to do is bring human interaction back to the real world. With Bump and Share, two devices have to physically touch. For Air Gesture Share, you actually have to make the grabbing and throwing gesture. The file is still the same file. The page is still the same page. But that long-lost sense of ceremony, it is back. We are no longer just sending a block of cold data to a profile picture. Instead, we are personally handing something fun to a real living person right in front of us. After just one day of this immersive experience, back home, I found myself instinctively making a grabbing gesture at my laptop screen. That is what good technology should be like. You do not usually notice it is there, but when it is gone, you feel like something is missing. I am Lin Yi, and I will see you in the next video.